shirt on, and you've got your
I've
veterans.
got my 22 veterans.
Can y'all see us, or is it better if we
I'm
do
slouching.
That? Oh, that's better. Look.
It is better.
Can
What
you
up,
see
homies?
us better? You went up here, Sawyer? Let me know if that makes the light better. I'm in the middle, of course, changing the backdrop. I should show you what I'm in the middle of doing with it, but I'll wait. Hey, T-Bird, and I see Jude saying, people saying hi to Jude. Should I get the heart and show them what I'm doing with it?
Yeah, get that.
There's a few things in any situation that a crafter knows will happen. If you're making something, you will not be able to find the glue gun, the hot glue gun. And the whole process comes to a, hey, Karen, screeching stop. Yeah.
Let It Go is like, hey, children.
There's drama.
Yes, Let It Go. Drama all over.
Here's the thing, though, man.
Plant the seed here, plant the seed there.
Down. You can't do videos on the same person more than twice. I think a week or something like that.
Isn't it like 3 times a week or something?
Something like that. They finally figured out that was.
So YouTube's new little terms of service got people digging for content and drama. That's what's going on right now. There's nothing like people talking about you to have some old OGs that you haven't spoken to in a while giving you a call and go, what? What is that? It's like, it's nothing. It's
like,
a nothing.
It comes and goes. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys.
So,
Hold on, ready?
yeah.
It's still a work in progress. This, of course, has to be glued down better. It'll look better once it's hanging back there and I've taken the other lines down. But it's going to be the ATX with the ampersand. And don't judge it yet because it's not done.
Nothing like trying to watch the ball game today and
I'm like,
I can't find the glue gun. Where's the glue gun?
You guys, I ate something like last night or something. We went to the little gathering for the dogs who won. Right, Sean?
Is the camera kind of pixel-like, or is it my connection? Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But oh, everybody's breaking everything. The cats are. No, but Sean, when the dogs won, right? Express your excitement about that.
Oh, who watched the game last night?
And the Falcons won.
The Falcons won today in the same stadium. It was the same stadium.
It's rigged.
Yeah.
It's because you're looking. It's because the post office is involved.
I know.
You're forwarding the Falcons mail where they're all confused.
I know. I'm looking up their addresses. There's a full investigation going on.
Hey,
about
Nelson
that too.
and Kay and Southern T. Yeah, everybody's super confused. Before, like, this is not. We're not going to take this long to talk about it. When this is what the goods are, and if it was something different, I would tell you it's something different. But this is.
Hey, Presley, popped in to say a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Presley.
Presley, I got your Dansby Swanson jersey. I'm gonna get that out.
Yeah.
If I still have a job, I'll mail it.
So I was in my own little world, and for whatever reason, and I watched it various people, DC was getting into it with Sam and Yaba. And DC said something that I was going on panel or something like that, something that spun up Yaba. So Yaba did a tweet that said I was like a cheating ass whore and what. I'm like, Yaba, why did you talk about me?
I mean, goddamn.
Why did you talk about me? So this is the same thing that I said to Angela. If someone, whether they're trolling or talking or whatever, says something, and before you even take a second to take a breath, you decide to go ape shit about what they're saying, it never ends well.
Jude says, I got no idea who Yada or DC is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the whole point.
Most of these people don't know.
Don't know who they are.
This is all I'm going to leave it at. The goods, I'm getting you the goods that I left in a wide open comments section.
About 4 words.
Was to connect Arabia in DC via phone. Beyond that, I don't know what happened. I don't know. But that is because the person that knows the whole backstory to everything is Arabian, because she's was been fucked over from the get-go. So there's that. Anyway, if you want to believe it, believe it. If you don't, if you don't.
That's all it is. I mean, if there was something else, then show it.
Well, and Yaba and Sam, who the fuck cares what your address is? Yeah. I know you're getting death threats or whatever it is that you think that you're getting, but I don't care what your address is. I wasn't going to send you a Christmas card or send the kids some gifts or whatever. So if you're saying it has something to do with the fact that you got served, I guess, by a couple of other people in Indiana that live there, and you think that that's how, why would we have to tell the court system where in the hell y'all live? That's not even a thing. Does that make sense? I'm sorry I'm messing with my hair, you guys, but I am gonna have to.
It's okay. It's
But like that's what I'm saying. Like if they were going to, nobody even look at everybody in here. Nobody even wants to talk about it.
Nobody even knows who they are. I know that.
But yeah, so The Goods is the one and only.
Let it go. Sean's under federal investigation like Al Capone. Ooh.
People are shooting each other at the post office. You think they give a shit?
So we took most of the weekend off. We were watching the football game. We're watching Georgia. Go Dogs. Come from behind and beat Ohio State. Ohio State's a good team, real good team. They're just not as deep as Georgia is, And today, a couple OGs, they're off doing good things. Old people in the DC community that are off doing their other channels that are friends with Mandi.
I did.
Kind of chime in is like, what? Sam is going through an awful lot of trouble to bring up a bunch of old stuff that we already knew. What? And it's the same thing. What is going on? One thing is pretty clear. It seems that things are amiss at their place. They're not happy there. Why would they spend so much trouble, a lot of time to put together whatever? I didn't see it, but anyway, that's the word from around the DC is, why are you rattling that girl's chain? And we were like, we're not. We didn't do anything.
And here's the other thing, because we're cheaters and we're this. Sam, you are still married. You are still married.
Lean in.
It's fine. You're separated. I get all of that. Great. But you're married. Before, y'all go digging through anything that you could ever find. I've said this before, I'll say it again. You're going to find a legal thing. When I went through my divorce, I filed bankruptcy. Sean filed on his first divorce. I'm going to help you out with it right now before you go digging. And remember, it's under TROUPE when you find it. It has there's a lot.
They are T-Bird. They really are into it. We haven't been on in since a couple days? Friday? Was it Friday?
But that leads me to believe one of them is talking too much about either me or that's when they get into it. If one of them's talking too much about me or another female,
right,
that's when they spin each other up.
They don't like when other people, I mean, I guess they're in a blissful relationship, but when other people's names get brought up, one or both get awful insecure about it.
That's weird.
Just love on each other. Yeah. But here it is. There's a timeline. Mandi and Sean get together in June of 2019. We started talking. Both of us still married. Me living in a freaking car, right?
That is true.
Was living in a car. It's not like Mandi went behind my ex's back, or I was gone. You guys know it. You guys watch my videos. I got a lot of views for them, right? Yeah. You guys were really interested in where I was. So we get together. We both go through our divorces, right? We go through divorces to be together. We get married. Sometime within that timeline, Sam and Yaba get together. They're a thing. They're in love. That's great. Guess what Sam hasn't done? Divorced her husband. Oof.
And I'm not even going to tell the reason why that is. I know why it is, but I'm not going to say why it is, because that's not right. But she's still married. We're
not going to go get a chalkboard and get videos from 5 years ago that everybody already knew, because they got a bunch of people over here that don't know us. And just like you're in our chat, don't know them. But in case you hear it,
Thank you. And
It's something's awry over in that nest
that's
over
when
there.
that's when that starts happening. You're like, but that's y'all's issue to work out. I have no idea where the two of you live. I don't give a shit where the two of you live. I have no idea. I would assume the court system has it if they need to know. Let me have this baby.
So rumor has it that Sam, because this is what she does, she calls people's work and she does this and that. Rumor has it she's called the post office. I would love to have heard that conversation. Yes, you have this employee, and yeah, we got a lot of them. He's doing this. Well, shit, he's a good employee. He already tried to quit.
He's misusing the system to look up addresses. Well, who did he call? He gave out Brad Pitt's address.
Right, yeah.
No. It's someone who lives in Indiana. Okay, but who is it? Well, I can give you the name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give it to us.
And so they give the name, and it's like, okay, and they get off and go, first of all, it's tracked. The system tracks when names are looked up. That's where you made the mistake.
Yeah. They'll be able to tell. They'll be able to tell right away.
And they probably already
have. And guess
have.
what? The people that you're talking to that are going to do the investigation, I eat lunch with them every day. I mean, so there's that.
Anyway, we just don't get worked up. And beyond all of that, if they fire him, we're going snowboarding.
We're going to go snowboarding. Not in Indiana. Don't worry about that.
So that's enough of all of that. And Al, no offense to Al, I know she reviews. There's not a whole lot to review going on right now, so I get it. No ill will towards her. I don't. You know, it is what it is. If they say it all boils down to I said I'm sending you the goods, then take that what it is.
Run to the bank.
It was Arabia.
One more thing before we go. Lean in, Sam. This whole legal thing, I'm better than you at it. Okay? So if it ever comes down to it, we're not going to put chalkboards up and try to convince the whole people in YouTube. I'm better than you.
Just because he's been through it. They're pulling each other around. But let's go on and talk about fun things. Jude, I need help with this plant. Let It Go said it might need to be in a wider bowl of water. Right now it's sprouting, but it's like crooked. Do I need to move it into one of those more round bowls of water? Because I've seems to have messed it up. But it's still growing. I just want to do what I'm supposed to do with it.
Where is it?
Did everyone stay up till midnight? I did because we were watching Georgia.
So, getting back to the game.
It's dusty.
Georgia plays Ohio State. So, Ohio State was up by, was it 14 points going into the 14 points going into the fourth quarter. And it didn't look good. Georgia shows why they're defending national champions. So, they score with 54 seconds left. Georgia scores. It's 42-41. Ohio State's got one more shot. They come down and they get into field goal range. And Ohio State's quarterback is a complete stud. I mean,
Hey, Dragonfly.
CJ Stroud is amazing. He's going to have an amazing career in the NFL, blah, blah, blah. He got them down into position to kick a field goal, 50-yard field goal. There was 8 seconds to go. And you can, if you go to my Twitter, you can see it. As the ball was dropping in New York, they were counting it down. They were lining up the field goal at the same time. Oh. And as it turned midnight, Ohio State missed the field goal. And it was like perfectly right at the same time.
Right at the stroke of midnight.
So on my Twitter, it's you can see it. It's in 4 different screens. It was like people dancing in the streets, the ball dropping, then the stands in the football game, and them lining up, and they missed the field goal. It was a glorious thing.
It was.
It was a glorious thing.
It was super, super, super cool. That sounded cheesy.
So Georgia will play Texas Christian next Monday, a week from tomorrow night, for the national championship.
And if they win, they're the 2-year.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. It has happened before. I was surprised that
I thought Alabama. Christian good?
They are this year. The thing about TCU, they weren't ranked to start the season at all. They've only lost 1 game, and that was to Kansas State. Mm-hmm. But they beat everybody. They beat Texas. They beat Oklahoma. They beat everybody. They beat Michigan yesterday. They're good.
Yeah, Karen brings up a good point. everyone loves the drama. And they like, people are like, I like your chats because they're not drama filled and they're fun or whatever. But we totally get it when people watch a lot of people don't know who she is anymore. So the people that we have in ours are like, that's what they are.
If you look at all the channels, like if you look at
Stitching.
Negs and DC Media, they have their own people that really don't know what's going on. Sam and Yaba have their people. The Ship have their people. Savage has their people. We have our people, and we've all split. Wendy and Randy have their people. They really don't know each other like they did 2 or 3 years ago. We all have our own people.
If you talk about stuff that happened in the past, a lot of them don't know.
Y'all don't know what's going on.
I heard Mama Beth said hi.
Mama Beth said hi?
She said hi. Whose chat was it? Someone told me. Oh, I guess it was in Sam's chat.
But who? Oh yeah, the person who called us today.
You didn't get my dream. I guess that yeah, I got the cliff notes on it. You know, I'm not gonna watch that mess.
Stitching Girl, happy video, happy New Year from Alice. That'll be a good one.
I mean, I watched some of it, Stitching. Let me get this. It has no ice in it, but that is okay.
Yeah. The other thing about that, Karen, is that what we were saying at the beginning of the cast is, you know, Yaba and Sam, that's their bread money, man. I'm pretty sure that's how they make their livelihood, which is cool. You know, it is cool.
She needs to,
but
Yaba needs to not let Sam bring this.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna take it down if she starts.
Yaba is not in the same place that she was professionally with this. Sam does not make her better.
No,
Sam thrives on the chaos. I believe there's chaos going on. And it may be because, like we said, the YouTube terms of service are going to be such that they're not going to be able to review Foodie Beauty, which that's what she built her channel on. If she's not able to do that anymore, she's going to have to find other. She might have enlisted her girlfriend Sam, who's good at causing problems, you know, and causing drama. And then what Sam is good at, and I'll give her this, is she'll go back to the drawing board and she'll spin up this very empirical bunch of hoopla that really isn't context and it's not the point. She's trying to take something that Mandi X said, four words, and making it into this big, huge deal. But I think that might be why. Things are changing in the YouTube world.
Yes.
So there's going to be a lot more people watching, you know, boring ATX Tomahawk type channels than they are reviewing other people type of channels, because they're going to be going away.
Absolutely. Look, you guys,
Hey, Khaki, how you doing?
This is one of those bubble tea things. I got it at Target because Target has all the cool stuff. I'm finding out that now that I've missed out on Target being in a different city, that I'm missing out on it. But this right here, look, okay, so this is the bubble tea. You do this, right? And then the straw comes out, okay? And it's sealed. And then, I know most of you, it's kind of like a little tampon.
I didn't even see these.
You didn't see me get these?
I don't know. I didn't know it was this complicated, though.
I'll show you how before I open it. The other thing is, because I'm going to say this and be done, apparently Sam couldn't decide whether she had an intimate relationship with Arabia or not. She contradicted herself like twice in the same stream. Once saying that she was with her legit for the EPO, and then that she wasn't.
Mm-hmm. So really, at the end of the day, the super legal, the legal person that she thinks she is has the only thing she's ever done in court is lie to a judge to get an EPO by saying, "Can you imagine that? Hey, dear, I got the emergency protection order. You did? Yep. All I had to do was say I was banging her." That's all I had to do.
Well, were you?
Well, I mean, but that's not the point. The truth's not important. But I said I was banging her, so I kind of had to, babe, so that they would grant that. I mean, how does that work? Yeah. Other than that, the only other legal thing that she's been through is she tried to get Pirate in trouble because Pirate rescued her dog from her. Then she whined and cried about that and then got her dog returned to her, and then she promptly put it on a plane and sent it to Wendy.
Which Wendy's taking care of it. That's good.
Yeah, and Wendy took care of that, so that was good.
So then you pull this out. Hold on. Like that. And then I guess you get to choose which one you want to put it in. This makes me nervous.
It's gonna pop. You gotta jab it.
I don't want to. It's gonna splash. I have to jab it.
Well, you can also pull it open.
No,
that
no,
way.
no, no, no.
You can't do that.
You gotta drink.
There it goes.
There we
See,
go.
It was clean.
There we go.
It was clean.
Okay. This is raspberry dragon fruit with, you know, those little bubble things in it. Let's give it a go.
I'm drinking a Monster, guys. Oh.
Pretty good. I don't have any of the bubbles though. Do those come later? The little bubbles that are supposed to be in there.
You know, I wish they would hurry up and fire me so I don't
Thank
have to go
you.
to work at 5.
I know.
I gotta go to work at 5.
The one thing I will tell you guys, the people that come in here and say something, our mods get them before we ever see them. So
we've got really good mods. 2 that are here almost every time are Let It Go and Karen. And I when I look at the chat, all I ever see is someone was hidden, or this. I don't even see what it was. So they're
really
amazing.
Appreciate it.
They're amazing.
So Christmas decorations get put away. The house gets put back in place. You know you guys love it. You love the Christmas decorations. But tell me I'm wrong that you love to finally put them away and have the house back. Most people admit that there's a satisfaction. But I had eaten something or did something where I had a little tummy trouble. So I slept a lot today. But, you know, when I wasn't going to the bathroom. But it cleared it out.
It did.
And I feel a lot better.
Who's ostrich? Oh, Hal. They call ostrich.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's not very
know.
nice.
I don't know. Khaki said good ostrich.
She's always been hot and cold with us.
Yeah.
Al has. I think she's fine. I really do. I understand content is content. Reviewing is reviewing. I am at a different place than I was in the apartment when we were being reviewed and I was getting all worked up. A lot of things are different now that we've kind of come down this journey, especially since the divorce is final.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got married. That solidified a lot of the sore spots that people poked at. It wasn't like really bad or whatever, but you know, it was like we were ready to be, he to be divorced and for us to be married. And let me tell you something else, this thing with this, you know, ATX cheated with Sean and did whatever. I wish it had started in 2017 because I was younger then and we would have had an earlier start at the whole baby thing.
Yeah.
And also there's not a freaking person in this community that gives a shit.
They don't.
That poor TT.
Yeah. Sorry about your luck, TT.
Yeah, it's like nobody cares.
Yep.
They would cheer if it was earlier.
Yep.
Anyway.
My number one fan that night was Sam. And I guess she forgot that she had texted me the things she texted me, and we put them up and showed y'all. She was like, you got to get out of that relationship. You got to, you know, and that was before I was talking to Mandi ATX and this and that. Again, the very first one to know we were together was Sam, and she seemed to be over the moon. But when you have the
Lunar Phoenix, I didn't see what they said, but
Lunar Phoenix is here. Oh my God, we're going to repeat ourselves. Lunar Phoenix watched us so much that particular person would, and whenever I said and he said something, they'd go, "You said that last time. You said that last time." Blah blah blah.
It's because it's like this. The second part is in here. Like I said, it was like a little tampon. You pull it up, and then I like it. There's only 4 of them in a pack, and I'm gonna drink it. But it's not the bubble tea, like, you know, when they're kind of, I don't want to say slimy because that's kind of gross, but anyway, go ahead.
Jude says I leave my tree up all year. But when she was the first one that we talked to about it. And I said to man, you got to tell Sam, because they were doing the boardroom at the same time. And, you know, that was ongoing and this and that. So we did. Sam seemed to be happy for us. What happened very quickly is if you guys remember, she started going for me right away on panel with Mandi. And that is and I'm not a doctor. I don't know a whole lot about borderline people, but they tend to be very insecure when any of their friends, we were both friends of hers, they get wounded very easily. She felt very threatened by us being together. She tried to isolate Mandi by coming for me. Mandi said, this won't work out good for you.
No.
You guys remember. It was very, you know, Arabia, Sean, ATX. When a borderline is done with you, they need to execute you. And the biggest way to do that is much like a narcissist, they'll take to the stream. Sam is good on camera, and she's good with gathering people and spinning a story. Very, very hurt by us being together for whatever reason. So there you go.
I'm staying out of it. And it's interesting that you said that. Now, with and no harm or foul with DC and Eggs, now they have their road to go down. We have our road to go down. I've explained what Pass Them the Goods is, and we're going to be Sean and Mandi. We rarely talk about other people anyways, and I know you're like, yes, you do. They've got their thing going. We've got our thing going. No animosity, obviously. I think DC is very well spoken. I hope that they have a long, healthy relationship. People get very paranoid that they think that there's these underground alliances, and people start getting nervous. I think you guys know we don't do underground alliance. We don't do stuff like that.
We don't spend that much time.
Hey, Exivim.
What's going on, EXO? We don't spend that much time. YouTube, we love being on YouTube. We wouldn't do it if we didn't love all y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it ain't the bottom line.
No.
It isn't. And that's why when this rift was going on between the four of them, and I mean like DC, Negs, Yaba, and Sam, it's their bottom line, I think.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure if YouTube was to go away tomorrow, now DC said she's got a career doing other things, and that's fine. But at least for the 3 out of the 4, if YouTube goes away tomorrow, they really got to figure out what they're going to do with themselves.
Yeah.
We don't have that problem.
Hold on. You see.
So there's that too. That's why we kind of.
I got you, DC. I got you, DC. Depends.
We just kind of push ourselves away from it. And I was a little bit on the fence with everything. I was like, wow, we're pretty relevant. You got Owl streaming us. You got my ex streaming us. You got DC talking about us. You got Sam and Yaba talking about us. A couple other people talking about them, talking about us. But my azimuth check is when someone else from the drama community gave Mandi a call and said, y'all good? We got y'all. We got y'all. Don't worry about what's going on with them. You know what they do. This person's got a good channel, and she rides.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you. That is so kind of you. Thank you.
She rides with someone who's a couple people that have really good YouTube channels going on. And they're like, just hang on. Just hang in there. We know the deal. We've seen this. This is a broken record. It's just a revolving door. New people come in, believe the horse crap.
Thank you.
People leave. You've got your people. They got their people. Just we silently got your back. And so I was like, right on. Let's go live.
The other thing that I didn't realize before when I would get a little bit perturbed with the reviews and people talking about that, I didn't realize that all of that translates into more subs. Now, I'm not obsessed with subs and views and all of that.
I'm the numbers guy.
He's the numbers guy. But I have been watching since we've been talked about, the two of us and my personal one. You do get subs when people talk about you. I'll give it that. Like that is the truth. So
when you've got a bigger YouTube channel trying to drag you, you'll see your numbers go up over 100 pretty quick. And then your supporters start supporting you. So that's cool too.
Look at these bubbles in this bubble tea. Do y'all see that? Do you want that? No, you don't like that kind of stuff.
You don't like that kind of stuff.
He doesn't like that kind of stuff. I did catch Shih, it was just made me sad. Yeah, it's very sad. Let me finish the rest of it. We were friends. I can honestly say that a lot of this stems from or did is from her. Not just on her part. It's why I don't go very far during the rabbit hole talking about her and this and that. I don't hate her because we were close friends at one time. I thought, and I think she would say the same. So the person that called me earlier had said something to the effect of that Sam had said, I took tons and tons and tons of opioids. I did. You're absolutely right. I did. That was one of the things that we bonded over, and that was one of the things that we worked together on. If that makes you feel good to say that, that is my history. You're right. That's my past. I absolutely did do that. That's why I'm not giving you watch time from me because I'll put up a funny thing here and there, a clip or whatever, but I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of our friendship because it is a disastrous story.
It was.
It's a disastrous story.
And she doesn't keep friends. She doesn't have friends. She doesn't have a whole group of friends right now that she hangs out with.
Sorry.
They'll isolate whoever
you.
they're with at that time from everybody else. I don't know. I'm not in their home, but I'm pretty sure Yaba's fairly isolated. We're not the only ones that say that. And for me, from where I come from, I was friends with Sam. Y'all remember that. I used to go on panel with Sam. But I've also was in a prior,
Hey, Lisa.
Damaging, toxic relationship with somebody who is a narcissist and I believe a borderline. And I was kind of like, oh no. When she decided that she did not want me to be with Mandi, ATX, and was openly on the boardroom talking about me with Mandi there, it hurt. It did hurt me, but I was more worried about, at that point, not losing Mandi in that moment.
And he was, with him, it was a no-brainer. I was like, yeah, no, that's done.
But you were surprised, weren't you?
I was surprised, but you were also surprised because your your previous partner would have not chunked someone on YouTube for you.
Right.
Right. Her priority would have been no. This YouTube relationship,
That's where the narcissism doesn't come in this, because this narcissist will always keep you at arm's length. But we both got borderlines in our family. We know that they severely hurt, and they've got abandonment issues, and if they feel like they've been slighted, what they do is they blow the bridge first. Mm-hmm. They just try to destroy you before you can hurt them. I would have loved to have, in that moment, been your partner and had Sam as a friend, as I think you would have. Mm-hmm. But she just did not want that. And you guys can say why, what, but you guys, a lot of you guys, not a lot of y'all that are here now, but we got more people in here right now than we normally would.
Oh my God, Presley, thank you.
Thank you so much,
You almost
Presley.
made me spit my tea straight up. Thank you. Now he's off.
Dansby Swanson jersey in the mail. After I look your address up. No, I'm just kidding.
Sam lost 2 friends.
But the thing is
you're right. Sam lost 2 good friends.
Right. People that would stick up for her.
Mine.
And
that's mine.
What is it?
He's chewing on my Christmas ornament. How'd you even get it?
But I think one of the positive things in it is when someone does that to 2 friends that are together, we just we bond over that as well. It's like, here, what's she going to do? What's she going to try to do? Well, we knew one thing she was going to spend a lot of this weekend, right? When this first happened, she spent, you guys, apparently the stream that she did, she had whatever she had put up there, she spent a lot of time on us.
The whole thing was about us.
She spent a lot of time, I'm talking about preparing.
Oh, I see.
You have to prepare for this. So, I mean, what she did was most of her New Year's weekend getting ready and presenting stuff against us instead of being with her girlfriend.
And it's not even open for debate, the things that she's saying.
Right.
She's going down the timeline of when we met and when this happened, and none of it's up for debate.
I mean, it's not grounded in opinion.
You can say we've been together. She's throwing things on the ground and he's getting them. You can say we've been banging since 2012 if you want to.
It doesn't matter.
But I don't care.
And the thing is, in the drumming community, she's got outside of their echo chamber. Most people are going, but so what? There's a few people that she keeps around her that are like, yeah, and they'll go and they'll tweet and they'll do whatever. But outside of it, it's so what? It's like, so what? So what I'm pleased with the whole thing is that it never really, after initially she shit-canned our friendship, it didn't really bother me, but it took Mandi a lot longer to be okay with that kind of drama. She is now. I mean, it's...
I'm going to show our...
I'm
going to show what Presley gave us, though.
Okay.
But I don't want to...
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
You already done interrupted me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Presley sent this. It was on our Amazon wish list. It's a fire log holder, but it also has the tools on either side. But the main thing is it holds the firewood. This is the one we had before, which is okay. It was just kind of all cluttered together or whatever. But this is it. Isn't that cool? We have to be careful because when we leave it outside for too long, our Brahma immediately perches on it. Like immediately. So, but yeah, we got lots of things. Not just that, but I wanted y'all to see. See, and I love how all of you are like, yeah, we've already gone down that road. We saw everything that happened with her. There's two ways. One that's like, don't know who it is, poked my head in and she was just screaming. And then there's the other people that are like, yeah, I was kind of sad. We watched your friendship go down. But it's been 2 years now.
3 almost.
That y'all haven't been friends. They've done their foodie beauty stuff. You've done your thing. Why now?
Right. And what it's saying is, and I asked a couple people, they're like, because Mandi's stepping out of her lane. Not really. Not really. I mean, there was one little comment, but
my lane is right here.
She's in her lane. She's all up in her lane right now. Presley's at work. Presley says you're welcome. I'm at work listening.
Yeah, my friends know me pretty well. Like that are in here now that know me well, and I'm just gonna use Karen as an example. She knows I don't typically just shit can friendships that I'm really close with. The writing was just on the wall too many times with Angela, and apparently she's over there right now still talking about me. I'm going to say this again, Angela, again, nobody cares what your phone number is. Your address is. Do you think someone's going to send you a Christmas card? Nobody cares.
You need to jump out of Owl's chat and go make sure your kid's not at 7-Eleven is what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, I mean, there's always that.
Yeah. I hate using the thing you're obsessed with talking about me because at the end of the day, this is YouTube and that's what people do. But you literally, any chat that will have you go in there and talk about me and talk about me and talk about me.
There was a couple of people that got back to me, but that's what happens, you know.
So weird.
When you lose a friendship, they'll jump over to the other drama channels or whatever, and they just keep right on talking, and it just reaffirms you ending that friendship. You know, it's because they're over there chatting away, and it's not just her. Someone said that Janice, you know, the one that was fighting firefighters, fighting fires.
Janice, where's my ring?
Yeah, where is it?
Where's my ring?
You looked pretty stupid. Remember, she came right up into Savage's chat when you were on panel and was like, yeah. Savage was like,
get the hell
all right, ATX, you got about 60 seconds.
No, she said, Janice, you have 60 seconds.
Yeah, you got 60 seconds, Janice. Go ahead and get the hell out, bitch.
Yeah, I just, and then talking about Karen, I guess I can take my lumps for being a bitch or whatever, but when Karen's done with you, you really, really have done something because she doesn't give up on anybody. What was the one final thing about that I was going to say about friendships? Oh, I thought we had done a really good job over the past several years of me and Sam not talking about each other. We would make comments. Sometimes they would be good comments.
But the thing
why now?
Right. Those little snarky little one-liner, the one that was a DC, it's because there's something more going on.
Okay.
And that's what I was trying to explain.
Makes sense.
For her to go to, we know she'll go 0 to 100, but there's always kind of this ulterior reason. I don't think it's going as well as people may think it is with her relationship.
Which is unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Which I could be wrong about that, but on New Year's Eve weekend, that's about family, about being around the ones you love. It's not about spending hours throwing together a stream and doing a stream and another stream all weekend. That's not what New Year's is about. That's why I think, there's something amiss. And I think there would be some strain. What's the biggest thing that puts a strain on marriages and partnerships? Money. Money will do it. And if YouTube's changing this around and they're not getting what they want and they got to scramble to find content, they're trying to find content.
Yeah.
That's my swag at it. Other than that,
Little Bitsy's gonna retire. She's
Really?
anxious, but she's about to retire. You'll like it. I'm, of course, myself not there yet, but my friends that I have said it took a little bit of getting used to, but then they loved it.
I wonder if I would have been able to stay retired in North Carolina had I not been in so much trauma all the time. I wonder.
Yeah,
You know, when I retired, I was 43 and
sexy as fuck.
sexy.
Still
and
are.
living at the beach at the condo, y'all remember. And but it was just so tumultuous. After a few years, I was like, I got to go back to work, man. You know, the point is when find what you want to do when you retire. Find something else, your next mission in life. It's hard just to wake up and have all that time on your hand, but I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Especially if it's an early retirement or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Moxie, Sasha's the luckiest dog on the face. Moxie's dog, Sasha. I know y'all are all good dog keepers. It's not that. But this dog is always going to playtime. They're doing food things. They're on walks. They're whatever. I'm like, I want to be Moxie's dog.
Yeah. I have a feeling being Moxie's pet is pretty pampering.
It's kind of like being one of my animals.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Did Warriors talking about? Yeah, you know what? That's a good thing that they didn't buy a house together. Did y'all almost buy a house together? No. Sean,
What?
you and Jessica almost bought a house together.
Almost, yep.
But not you and the Beast.
No, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Almost, and that's another.
Hey, Alex Glitter.
Hey,
There's
hey.
Alex Glitter. Everybody thinks that I'm her. No, I was just curious. We don't have to.
It's a good story though.
Yeah, but we don't. There's a bee flying under there. There's a bee flying under our, like our track lighting or whatever. He's like, letting us says, I used to wake up and it was raining and thinking, oh, should I have to go to work? And then realize, no, I don't, and went back to sleep. That's what I've heard. I've heard that is the, when you get comfortable in it, I've heard that's the way that it is. Yes, Alex, they think Alex is me. Look, come. This is Sean's phone.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Sean. This is another thing that Sam got wrong, but that's okay, boo-boo.
Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead and.
She's right. And I went through and looked at the things that Alex talks about. It's
This
not
stuff
shit
that you
I would
don't.
say.
Yeah, I went over there to look at Alex posts, and it's not even stuff you follow. There's a lot of like hip hop.
Yeah.
Follow a lot of hip. Mandy
Another
does
one
not,
that gets everything wrong is Corey Chainsaw, bless her heart.
But Mandy is not a big fan of hip hop, by the way. She isn't.
I like certain things, but not a lot of it. I like
Channel 43 on satellite radio. So Channel 39 is Hair Nation. That's
he loves
what
him
it's
from
on.
Hair
But
Nation.
Channel 43 is like 80s hip hop.
Yeah.
80s rap. LL Cool J and Houdini, and I like it. I like that stuff.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep the satellite radio. Thank you, Diane. Happy New Year to you too. Gee, aren't they gorgeous in the full Matilda? What did I miss? Oh yeah, they share things to watch, and that's what they're talking about, like different on Netflix and stuff,
Oh,
things
cool.
to watch or whatever. I haven't been watching anything the last 2 days. We've been like super busy, and then today I was out of commission.
We were watching Emergency again the other night. Mandy fell asleep. But that episode started out where you were awake when it started, where the plane was in the air and the father had the heart attack, and the little boy, Frankie, had to land the plane. So DeSoto was trying to talk him down, and they got the plane down miraculously.
Because
right?
they're that cool.
But then the father ended up dying, like later on in the show.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I don't remember too many shows in the 70s like that that happened a lot.
Which is probably why it was so groundbreaking.
You know, and so
just pulling
there
my
was
hair
two
down.
stories. There's two storylines in every show. So there was that one, and there was this young boy, and he already didn't have a mom, so now his dad's in the hospital. So then the next call was a suicide attempt.
Really?
It was a suicide attempt, and it was,
Wow.
and so the whole like dilemma. And remember, this is the mid-'70s. The doctor, not Dr. Early, but the other doctor, the dark-haired doctor that's always hanging out at Dixie McCall's house.
I call that Dr. Pornstachio.
But Karen, help me out. What's the other doctor's name? His dilemma was that they were talking about how good of a doctor is. He says, here's a guy that's raising his son, and I'm trying to get him to pull through. This one that doesn't care about his life and that, it's trying to take his own life ended up living, and the one that had his son to raise passed away. And I'm sitting there watching that, and Mandi, you fell asleep during that part of it.
That's pretty profound.
It was pretty deep for that time.
Yeah.
For that time. So anyway.
I'm thinking about starting my own YouTube channel. Please do, and make sure that we know X table.
Yeah.
Yeah, please let us know, and we will definitely send some subs your way. Pornstachio. I do.
Pornstachio. She also calls Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, Pornstachio.
You can't tell me that Aaron Rodgers is not a porn star in his spare time. He is a 1970s porn star.
What about Gardner Minshew? He's the backup. You remember I like Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
He looks like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. He's Philadelphia's backup quarterback. When Jalen Hurts is hurt, Gardner Minshew's the quarterback for them.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a but no, Aaron Rodgers takes the cake. The one that used to chase the girl around, Roethlisberger, that's another one that looked like a porn star. He didn't understand you can't chase a chick into the bathroom with your stuff out. It doesn't work out. Laura.
Oh, Miss Christie,
and his punishment was only not to come back to the state of Georgia, right?
I'm looking for Miss Christie's. She said my question. I'm looking for it.
It's going fast. Hey, Reese's.
I'm glad Alex Glitter is in here.
Me too.
That's kind of cool. Doing the Lord's work out there, Alex, by the way.
I think he's... Yeah, is Aaron Rodgers not married?
I think he is.
I was trying to scroll back and it went.
Check your phone. Your phone text sent you some pics. Okay, Presley. I will do that. I'm looking for... Hey, Danny. I'm looking for Christie's question.
I didn't see her question.
Type it again, Christy.
I tried to scroll up, but I couldn't. I could do it.
Hold on. Maybe I didn't go up.
No, usually it's... So, that is... He's not married. Okay, that's an interesting thing because I have looked to see if there are any openly gay sports people, like football, any of them. And there's not, none of them are really openly gay. So that would be interesting. That would be something that he could, it's his personal business for as long as he wants it to be his personal business. But he could be
long-haired Aaron Rodgers is a vibe with the love face. Moxie says, Miss Christie, I meant to say your comment about their past and they're being married now. No, you're right. No one cares. We love the love story. Thank you.
Thank you. I thought Tom Brady was gay.
Did you?
When we first started watching football together.
Hey, Trash Panda.
Stitching always makes me hungry. She makes the best stuff. I thought that Tom Brady was, and then someone said he was married to a Victoria's Secret model, and I was like, well, I would have never guessed that. Come here, Sawyer.
Let's see.
Why are you trying to hide? Why are you trying to hide?
Oh.
You go potty?
Check out the rides at work.
Fireworks. I bet that's why he's freaking out.
Look at this. Look what Presley sent me. These are that's a Corvette. Dude, Presley just sent me these guys.
This is Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I kind of like that one. But anyway.
Maybe for your birthday, Sean.
We just got a new car.
I know. Which I love my new car. We're not bragging about it. People say we brag like nobody else has ever had a car.
Nobody likes a braggle.
Well, this one starts. There's that. Oh, you guys. I was looking around on the The dealer that we got it from, where, you know, obviously they have our Ford. Hey, Arlene.
This is crazy.
Dude, it's already listed. So they told us it was going to take 6 months for the engine to come in or whatever. We did our thing and we did it. So yesterday during the football game, I looked up to see what kind of used inventory on Rangers that they had.
You're not in trouble, Trash Panda.
And the first one I saw was like a black Ford, but the VIN number was on there and that caught my eye a little bit. But then how many miles was on it? And I told Sean, I said 45 did it. He goes, yeah, that's it. And so I pulled up his insurance card and looked and compared it. And it's the same truck. I don't know why they did a picture of a black one. Maybe they painted it. Maybe black sells better. I don't know. But y'all, it's available now.
Yeah.
Somehow they dropped an engine into it.
I don't think they did, though.
You think they're going to sell it to someone?
Well,
$32,000 they sold it for.
So I owed 18. They gave me 20. And then,
can y'all believe
and then they're going to turn
that?
right back around and do some work on it and flip it for 12 grand.
Now, what may happen is they sell it like, you know, whatever and say, but it's going to take, it won't be ready for 3 months. That's the deal with this one. And there's lots of people that will take it. People are buying them off the factory belt line. But yep, same VIN number and everything.
I bet they did this. I bet they were like, all right, so can we get this thing fixed? We can't get it fixed. Check his credit real quick. No, we can sell him a car if we can get
That's
him
true. His when I went to settle up about the truck when it first started happening, I took my father-in-law with me. He's actually the one that when they said it was going to take 6 months, he said, well, then what are we going to get this young lady into now comparable in price?
And they said
and
nothing.
I'm like, no, they made it work. But I was like, I'll be damned, it worked. He was a CEO for an upper echelon. I won't
wasn't a
say
CPA, but
no,
he was
but upper echelon.
Yeah,
of
he was an
execs.
executive.
He knows how to work a deal.
He's a PhD, and he worked for General Electric for a lot of years, and then he was into Southern Company Services.
He's a big teddy bear, is what he is.
And then he was a college professor after he got his PhD. So, and he really does kind of in his 80s. He sort of lives for those moments. He to be useful like that.
Yeah.
You know, and he.
We went and looked under the hood. They were having their little Christmas party, and we were bumping the chair. We went and looked under the hood, and he was showing me the different parts of it. But it was funny because right when he looked under the hood of it, he goes, wow, the engine and mechanisms of vehicles have changed.
Yeah.
Since the last time I looked.
And I don't like to tell him that. I mean, this is an engineer by trade, and it's like that. I mean, you can't even find that. You can't even change the oil anymore in a car. But
part of me wonders.
Not him. I'm just saying in general.
Part of me wonders is what if they did get that engine cleaned out enough that they're going to sell it.
That's what I'm thinking. And that's why I'm not so worried about not having it.
But I don't even care because I love my car.
The mechanic that in town in Dawsonville that I know that my coworker knows and recommends said, look, you know, we might be able to get it all cleaned out and get it running good. But that number one cylinder is so scarred that it'll run like an engine that has many, many, many thousands more miles than it has on it. There is an outside chance they fixed it and they're just going to sell it.
And if the miles reflect that.
Right.
I thought the miles, it would have said brand new engine if it wasn't 45.
Exactly.
But okay, so here's the bottom line.
They got to get that thing and had 54,000 miles on it. If they can get 6,000 more miles out of it, the warranty's over.
I love my car. That's all I wanted to say. I love my Edge. That's it.
I'm worried about Christy. I haven't seen her comment since she said her question. So Sarah gave us Christy gave us a really nice super chat.
She'll be back.
Okay.
I hope. I'll scroll. You want me to take a look?
Christy, where are you?
I wish you could filter by
like hitting the icon. Like
yeah. It's good to see you, Arlene. We haven't seen you in a while. Christy. You poor unfortunate people being hidden before I can
even see what kind of
you
tomfoolery you're trying to.
What did we do last New Year's Eve?
I think we stayed here. I think we were here.
It's like, I'll give you this. You're not as trashed as you were last New Year's Eve, but close.
Yeah, you're not as trashed as you were.
Sorry, mods. I know I don't normally read the mod comments out loud, but I was looking for.
I'll let her know later, Karen.
Yeah,
Karen's gonna go through that trouble.
Again.
All that trouble of modding, then you can't go back and look.
I know. No, but I don't. The people think that
Logan.
My drug and alcohol use is like a soft spot. I got sober.
No, it didn't. Christy just typed in.
It's okay, LOL.
I asked it again. Did it not show up?
There's something you might. There's something getting filtered. Does it have some variation of the beast? Hey, Logan. All of the T combinations are filtered out.
Yeah, I mean,
except not the beast. The beast, surprisingly.
Yeah, and that's another thing to help with your monetization is if you're going to have a channel later on.
I wonder if the beast is super
filter
upset.
out certain words and then they won't show up at all, and it'll help.
I wonder if the beast is super pissed off that her spotlight is taken by Telfer for a while.
A narcissist would hate that, man.
She's like, okay, we need to have a narcissist borderline meeting.
That's
okay?
right. Now
who needs his supply? That's okay. Yeah. So you need him. Who needs ATX's supply?
You do.
That's me.
Well, I don't really need her supply. She just hurt me. I have abandonment issues.
And it's like, okay. And then they get together and it's like.
And then Yaba comes in. No. You two aren't allowed to talk.
Yeah,
you guys are not allowed to talk.
And I haven't called her a deranged Cabbage Patch Kid in a long time, but that okay. So
Miss J says I'm sick, but I wanted to say Happy New Year's to both of you.
Yes, you're right, Moxie. Nobody should be mocking that. It is something that that some addicts and alcoholics, a lot of them, will take deep offense to it if they go. You look fucked up. You're fucked up, aren't you? But when they don't get like that is when they're not fucked up.
Right. I would agree with that.
That's if right now Sean was like, Mandy, you're fucked up. I'm like, okay, let's pee. Mm-hmm. Go get the cup. Let's pee.
And if she was fucked up and I said it, she'd be like,
but the people when they're like, oh, you're going to accuse me. You're going to make me pee in a cup after I've been it. And that's usually what makes the other person go, no, you're right. Okay. And then the addict goes,
yep, that's true.
Anyways.
And Pink Life says, keep making sobriety vlogs. You are helping people. You achieved something wonderful and you should be very proud of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to. It's good. They're going to go back to being car ones because I can get more like, sounds like little Tiny Tim's pissed off.
Oh, is he?
We won't be here much longer anyway, but you want me to check on him?
You can if you want.
Sometimes when our little chick gets themselves, ow, that hurt. I hope that doesn't bruise. Gets themselves into the corner. You have to help them get out of the corner. Tiny Tim.
So yes, guys, I think I'll sit here and I'll wait on the findings of the investigation. But I really, really hope that they'll call me before 5 o'clock because that's when I have to be at work and I really don't want to go. So there's that. Yeah, guys, I've told her to keep doing them, but I get it. You know, I was doing my vlogs and I stopped doing them when people get busy. Here's what Mandy does. She gets up and she looks around the house and she gets going. Like, I don't know if you saw the camera when she showed you guys the log holder that Presley got us, but it's like full renovation. You saw how many Christmas stuff was everywhere. Now she walked right by me and she's
I'm thinking
twirling around in the room trying to figure out.
No, I'm going to show them this thing. Again, I'm not bragging in any way, shape, or form, but I'm a little bit intimidated by this beautiful gift that we got from my in-laws, and I want to know if any of you have ever used it.
Yeah, Marcy, that does suck.
Okay, this is it.
Yeah,
now,
let it go.
That's the selling point of it.
I tried to remember all the times. Oh, you have the phone. I'm sitting here listening to the chat like I'm talking to them as I'm reading the chat.
Okay. So that was our Christmas present from my in-laws. I'm intimidated, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. We're going to get it out. We're going to use it. But the funny ha-ha thing about it is it's not a pair of basketball shoes. It's something that we can eat with.
Miss Christie, as far as your question goes, that story that she's going on about has changed many, many times according to her circumstances, according to how it fits her narrative for whatever. I will never, and I can say I know the truth of things when I was with her, our history, but I've come to realize that I'll never know the truth about a lot of things. But yeah, it's not the first time I've heard that story. Not us, about something in her life.
Oh. But do y'all, okay, look, I want to talk about my gift. Do any of y'all have that? Because if any of y'all have it, I need to know how useful it is.
Moxie said, I missed the box. Can you show it again? Which box?
Well, of course I can. Hold on.
As far as Let It Go saying, I'm going to get swatted, I bet you if I just tried to count, remember how many times that's happened, it would be 7 to 10 times that I've had the cops come to my house.
Yeah, he's a well-versed. Okay. Hopefully it's not too dark. I'm going to hold it for a second. You see, I got my nails done. Okay, look. This is bird bedding and stuff on the floor. Sawyer is apparently going to get in front. Okay, so it is a Ninja Foodie digital air fry oven. Hey, you. Sawyer is going to be your tour guide for the event. Sawyer, I'm trying to show this to the nice people. Look at him. Okay. What? I know you're ready for us to be done. Do you see him?
Yes, Jude. Most of the
Sit down right
ornaments
here.
are off. The trees are still up, but the ornaments are down. I'm ready to chat.
Sit down. Sit down. Anyway, yeah. Do you know what I discovered? Which I love. You can use, you know how when you get something gift wrapped from Amazon, it's like a pull string bag or whatever. You can use that to pack your decorations away. That was from, say hi to Storm. Storm, say hi. Storm. Y'all know that thing. I've been meaning to paint it forever. I'll get there. Let me show you this other thing, which is super cool.
Christy, I'm going to address your comment when she gets back.
I think I already showed that. Shih Tzu pajamas, a blanket. Oh, this is one of these things, like, look at this. So it's handmade, but if you microwave a bowl of something in the microwave, this goes around it and you can pick it up and it won't burn your hands. Isn't that cool? Yes. Yeah, I love those little Shih Tzu pajamas. But yeah, we're getting there. Usually I find myself when I need to put things away.
Hey, Mama Ricky, how's the hubs doing?
Something like this will get in my path. So then you step over that. And then you've got this one waiting in the wings. The floor is dirty because I'm putting the decorations away. And then you've got that. So you're like, okay. Do y'all know what I mean? Do y'all ever have animals that are like in every step you go? I do.
So, there's Sawyer. So
he was right there.
Miss Christie, I think that Miss Christie said that, she's been married to a black man for 20 years. And so
I didn't know that.
So when Trisha says that sort of thing, like that she was by...
She's been doing that lately.
Yeah. I think now you understand, and what I would, it just perpetuates racism a little bit.
It does.
Because when she says this happened to her, it doesn't matter what color the man is. But she sort of puts emphasis on that.
It's weird. And she just told this story a couple of days ago. So she must have gotten some money off of it or something. Because let me tell you what, she said that her mom made her get rid of it because it might have been by someone of who was African American. If I had decided that I wanted to keep a baby, no matter how it was conceived, even by that, even in that method, if I had personally decided to keep it, my mother wouldn't have made me be able to make the decision to terminate it.
But
Not
that,
at
was that
17 or 18.
She was using that as a reason.
She said her mother
Yeah.
had her terminate it because it could have been African American.
But I just don't, I think that
It's very
psychologically,
disgusting.
I think that, you know, just she's so shallow that she doesn't understand those words. You know, she doesn't understand what's been said or what, you know, how the context of what she's saying is. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that
Yeah.
that you heard that. But I have heard that story in different forms,
I don't either.
modified a little bit differently every time it comes out. So
Well, the one day she said that she knew that this woman was a lesbian because she was wearing Birkenstocks. What was the other thing, you guys? You remember? She was wearing Birkenstock and something, and that's how she knew that she was very, very bigoted, backwards way of thinking.
Stitching says Elvis does the race thing too. He sure does. I haven't seen Elvis in a while though. I mean, I don't know what he's up to, but
No telling what he's up to.
Yeah.
I do. We have to change their water and stuff. It's all and it's like, but you notice what I have noticed since that she's gone full on, just obsessively talks about me and Sean anymore. That people who used to say, you know, that she was talking about us because we were talking about her constantly, they don't do that anymore.
no.
Telfer doesn't do that anymore.
So there's some people like in certain chats that say it, but they don't get much traction.
Not like
it
they
doesn't
used
go
to.
anymore.
They're finally like, damn.
Where was one that I was?
We gotta jump. I still gotta jump off because I gotta do
Okay.
their water, their bedding, take him out, put him to bed. Storm doesn't really need anything done.
Okay.
But if
there was something
if we're
that
in the
I
middle
saw.
of a hot topic, my mother and a lesbian and she wears Birkenstocks because they're easier. Yes. What was the other thing though? It was Birkenstocks and something, and she said that made them a lesbian. I can't remember what she said, and then could not fathom why that was a bigoted statement.
It's somebody used the word shallow. That's right. And I call it being in that relationship was like swimming in a bathtub. It was shallow, confining, and cramped.
And not very wet.
Yep. Shallow, confining, and very cramped up. So
Yeah, it's
shallow, confining, and not deep. Which shallow and not deep are the same.
You guys, we do need to run. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying, is that okay? Do you want to cover anything else? But because you can sit here and talk. I got to take care of the babies.
We got stuff to do.
Until
we wanted to come on
until we have a baby with 2 feet and
Mandi pulled through. She wasn't feeling real good
I
today.
really
You
wasn't.
can kind of tell, but we weren't paying attention to much. But I looked at some of it, but really we got a couple of phone calls today. Well, one phone call actually, and a bunch of DM from people we hadn't heard from in a while. And like I said,
didn't know that.
They're well, you talked to the one while I was in the tub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you know, they basically are people that have been in the DC for a long time, like I said, and have their channels. And they were like, what'd we miss? So we brought them up to speed, and they told us the same thing. You know the deal. You know her. You'll weather the storm.
They thought something catastrophic must have happened
if it looks like that there's going to be some damage that's going to stick, like if the noodle's going to stick to the wall, you got people that'll bring it up in their own chats and remind people, have the member berries out there. And it was like, yeah, we can go ahead and go live and talk to, and
we weren't
just do our thing. But it felt good. Most
we
people
weren't
know.
going to change our schedule just because we're in a different. I'm in a different place now. I'm not in that place of every time someone is really going hard for me, being like, okay, that is so 2-3 years ago. That's 3 years ago.
I'm happy for that because
it doesn't bother me at all.
Yep.
But I am going to go take care of my babies. Love you guys. Thank you
See
for
you
the
guys
super
tomorrow.
chats and the PayPals, for being here, for modding for us.
As the investigation is ongoing, I still
tomorrow.
have to drag my butt to work. So I'll be out of bed at 4. I got to be to work at 5, and then depending on how the day goes, we'll be live tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
We will.
Can you imagine Angela's crazy ass calling to make a complaint?
Or whoever.
Well, no, but I mean, Sam can at least string some good constructive things. Angela's just...
I mean, like, I wouldn't put it past her to have actually called. That's not the... And if I worked in... Some organizations are like, man, this is, we don't want to deal with this, blah, blah, blah. It's a little bit... I just wish I could have heard them trying, and his name, okay, and what's he doing?
And then they went like this.
And then they went, we're what, at the very most, what might happen is it'll go to my boss and be like, hey, this guy, Sean, and they say whatever the complaint is. And first of all, the guy, my boss would go, first of all, he ain't got no time to do any of that, first of all. And second of all, no,
they'll pull
it's
the
not
history
like
of it and find out. Love you guys.
Peace.
Bye. Have a
See you
good night.
guys.
See you tomorrow.